YouTubers, what's going on? It's Katie. We are here for your art track today, and we're going to be doing some grid drawing. Okay, I'm going to go through everything you need, super easy, simple materials, and then you should be able to do this with literally any picture that you want to do it with. So get excited. Here we go. Alright friends, so here we are. We're going to do our grid drawing with a really simple, cute little turtle here. So what I'm showing you is really everything you need. That's what I love so much about this grid drawing, is that you can use any picture you want. It could be a simple coloring page like this. It could be a picture out of a magazine. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you've got a ruler or a straight edge, a pencil, you can do grid drawing, which is really fun. So, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your picture that you have, right? And first you need to make your grid. Okay. So I'm just gonna measure along the edges here, and I'm gonna do 1-inch blocks, which I think is a good starting point. Okay. So I did it along that edge. Now I'm gonna do it along this edge. We're going to go this way. The page is not going to be exactly inch by inch, but this is going to help us get our bearings. It's really all that we're trying to do here. Okay? And then I'm going to take those marks, those hash marks, and I'm going to make my lines. So you know what, let's do lines down here too, just to make sure that we're getting nice, straight, even lines. So we got our 1-inch. Whoop. 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. This way we're gonna do our, I think we went this way, didn't we? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now it should be really easy for us to just go from line to line. You can obviously make these on the computer too, if that's how you want to do it. It's going to be probably a little bit cleaner and easier to get the exact hash marks you need. Right? But you don't have to. That's what I wanted to show you, is that you can do this even without any kind of technology or equipment. It can be, I printed out this picture, but it can be just a picture from a coloring book or anything. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I've got my grid there. So now what I need to do, I need to take my blank piece of paper that I'm going to be drawing the picture on, and I need to do the exact same thing. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here I'm going to do the same thing. Get them lined up. 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do my sides. Keep doing that backwards, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and now we just do our lines again. So what we're doing is just making the exact same lines, blocks, 1-inch, right, 1 square inch blocks on the grid on this page as we did on the picture that we already have. And what that's gonna do is line us up to make it really easy to see where where our drawing connects, right? The hardest thing, I think, in trying to sketch a picture that you're looking at is getting the proportions right. So making sure that everything is the same size in one part of the picture as it is in the other part of the picture. Okay, all right, so there you see we got how they line up just like that, right? So what the grid does is it gives us a visual, okay? So for an example, right here on the nose of the turtle, that's real little, right? And we could get that, the angle of that all wrong, or how much it bulges all wrong, but if we have this grid, now we can see from this point to this point exactly where we need to go, and that's gonna make it just a little bit easier. Something under my paper here. A little bit easier to get the right shape. So I know I want to start in this corner. I want to go to about halfway down. Start in the corner, go to about halfway down. You can always go back with a marker or whatever. And now for the mouth and the jaw, I know that I want to start here and I want to end here and give it a little bit of a slope, a little bit of a curve. Coming up like this. Right? I always use pencil to start, right? Because if you make a mistake, super easy to go back and fix. Another good example just of this technique is the eye. Right? You see the eye right here. It's right about center on this block. And you're going to do about half in the top box, half in the bottom box. Yeah, see? And that way we're making sure if what we're trying to do is draw a picture so that it looks exactly like another picture, right? Not drawn from our imagination or anything like that. If we're trying to mimic a picture, then this is a great way to do it. And a great way to learn how to see depth, how to see distance from one thing to another. This is a really great way to kind of start to learn that. And then eventually, once you've done it enough, you just kind of have a good eye for it. And then you don't necessarily need the grid anymore. But I think there are professional artists that, you know, do the grid technique as well. Right, so we got our mouth here. There's kind of a big, bold lines in this picture here, so we're just gonna fill those in a little bit. We got the mouth and the little tongue sticking out. He's so cute. Alright, I'm going to keep going down here. So I know I'm starting here in this corner. I'm sloping down this bottom right side. I'm curving in here to the legs. I'm going to mark here where the leg starts. And again, that's going to give me a point A to point B reference, which I think is super helpful. And now EJ wants more chips. Yeah, you can have more chips, babe. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, folks, I am back. EJ has chips. Everything is good. Good to go. Do the exact same thing here. I'm going to mark my end. Alright, my point B. And I'm going to kind of mark a little bit of a curve right here. Again, I'm not having to do as long of lines without any point of reference, which is where we can get into trouble with proportions and angles and those types of things. Okay, now you're gonna see it's not exact. It's not like if I were tracing it, but it's gonna give us a really good frame here to get a very similar picture. All right, so I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'll come back here and we'll take a look at the finished product. go, my friends. That is grid drawing with the turtle. Again, you can do this literally with any picture. You need your picture, your blank paper you're going to draw on, a ruler or a straight edge that you can measure with, and a pencil. And that's it. You can get as fancy as you want. You can go as simple as you want, but it just helps you line up your points to make sure that you're getting your spacing right and your sizing right and things like that. So again, it's not going to look exact. You can see my nose kind of protrudes a little bit more than on this one, but it's a pretty close match. So, all right, have a great time at camp.